children. So after some time, I again came back to the topic. So Hariprasad sir already discussed about nuclei. So I am going to continue the same topic. So ray optics I will start later. So now we'll finish the nuclei some part. So nuclei chapter, the first half of the part is over now. You know that first part. What is the first part? In the first part, what we discussed about the type of nuclei. Okay. Wait a minute. Sorry. So there is technical problem. Then, so in nuclei chapter, I am going to discuss now nuclei chapter. Nuclei first part of the nuclei. We discussed about the type of nucleus, isotope, isobars, and mass defect, how the mass defect converts into binding energy and binding energy curve, okay, and nuclear forces and characteristics of nuclear forces that already we finished in the previous session. And in last session, we started about the radioactivity, that is second part of the nuclei chapter, radioactivity and law of radioactivity. So what is the law of radioactivity? So based upon that, so we should derive the equations of half-lifetime and average lifetime and some radioactivity decays, alpha, beta, gamma decays in present class. Okay. Coming to. Okay. So what is radioactivity? Generally, we will see that we hear about the radiations. Okay, atom bombs. You know that generally well known Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So that the atom bomb dropped on that two cities. So that atom bombs that continuously emitting that some radiation as of now. Okay, till now. So there is some radiation. Even our atmosphere also there is some radiation. Every human body also produces some amount of radiation. So what is this radiation? The radioactivity, the phenomenon we call radioactivity. So the radiation nothing but, radioactivity is nothing but the continuation emission of alpha, beta, gamma radiation, or alpha particles, beta particles and gamma radiation from one body. So this phenomenon is called radiation or radioactivity. Okay, radioactivity. So what is that? The simultaneous continuation emission of alpha, beta, gamma from any substance, that is called radioactivity. Okay. So what is alpha particle? What is beta particle? What is gamma particle? And the properties of that alpha, beta, gamma, and how when the alpha particle comes out from the one element or one atom, one nucleus, so how it is, how we can represent in the equation form, the beta decay and the gamma decay we will see. Okay. In radioactivity, so we are hearing more about that integration, disintegration. What do you mean by this term? So you should know everyone. So generally, when you are pouring some amount of water, I will give the best example. So I will take one tub of water, just pour some amount of water continuously by using of one tap. So what happens? As increasing of time, the water content will increases. So water molecules are increases or water nucleus are increasing. So as increasing of time, number of molecules and water molecules in a bucket is increasing. That we call integration. Integration. So now we fill that complete one vessel. So I am making one hole on the bucket. I stop the tap. Okay. I taken the bucket. I am making some hole. Okay, at the bottom of the bucket. So what happens? The water will comes out or drain out from the bucket. So water will drain out. So as increasing of time, the amount of water in a bucket will decrease. That we call disintegration. Disintegration, that is decreasing with respect to time. Integration, increasing with respect to time. That terms you should know that it's a mathematical terms. So you know that. So without mathematical knowledge, we can't understand the physics. Okay, that you know. So that is saying that disintegration means decreasing. So what is decreasing here? Number of nucleus. So that decays. Radioactivity class state that only. What is that? Dn. Dn. What is Dn? Difference in n. Differentiation of n. That is change in number of nucleus. Here n represents the number of nucleus present in a given substance. Okay, you take one substance. So this consists of some amount of number of nucleus. So dn means of the change of number of nucleus with respect to time. With respect to time. That is, this we call as differentiation of n with respect to time. So that is change in number of nucleus with respect to time. That is what dn by dt. Okay, this if it is positive, that is dn by dt positive, that means n number of nucleus are increasing with respect to time. Okay. If it is minus dn by dt represent what? Okay, that is change in number of nucleus. What is which change? Decreasing. So that is decreasing in number of nucleus with respect to time. Decreasing number of nucleus with respect to time. And this term we call as disintegration. Okay, the number of nucleus disintegrated with respect to time. Disintegrating. So decreasing with respect to time. And this disintegration also called decay. Decay. D-E-C-A-Y. Decay means loss. Okay, decaying. It is directly proportional to n. What is your n? Number of nucleus at any instant of time. Okay, you see here, I give this one. Here we are using two terms, n naught. N naught. What is n naught? Number of nucleus present at starting. Starting means what? At time t is equals to 0 seconds. Starting, for example, I am taking this substance now. At present situation, so that is I'm counting the time now. So at the situation of the number of nucleus present here, for example, 1000. N naught is 1000 and t is equal to 0 seconds. Okay. So by radiating, so this is a radioactive element. So this radioactive element continuously emitting the alpha, beta, gamma particles. So by due to emission of this alpha, beta, gamma particles, so there is a loss of protons, neutrons and electrons. Okay, so due to that, the number of nucleus are decreasing. So number of nucleus are decreasing. Remember that, sir, how the number of nucleus is decreasing? Because if it is a radioactive element, if one alpha particle comes out from this element, so there are existing of 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Remember it. I will discuss detail about alpha, beta, gamma decay. So, but remember that when the alpha particle comes out from one element, okay, that means 2 protons, 2 neutrons will come out from that element. Okay, if a beta particle will comes out from that one, beta particle, beta decay. So beta particle nothing but electrons. Okay, one beta particle has come from substance, that is one electron is disintegrated. Okay, so that you remember it. So that is, yes, here n naught is what? Number of nucleus at initial state. N represent what? Number of nucleus after time t seconds. After t seconds, after some t seconds of time. Initial and final. So, sir already derived this equation between n naught and n. So, what is that? How the number of nucleus in a radioactive element disintegrated with respect to time. So, there is a one relation, that is n is equals to n naught e power minus lambda t. So this is already derived, sir. N is equals to n naught e power minus lambda t. Okay. So this is this equation represents how the number of nucleus at particular instant of time after t seconds will changes with respect to time. So here lambda is what? Decay constant. You know that. Lambda is a decay constant. T is what? Time. E is what? Exponential function. And n naught is what? Number of nucleus at t is equals to 0 seconds. T is equal to 0 seconds. The number of nucleus present in that substance is n naught. After t seconds, it will decrease. You know that n naught is more, n is less. N is less. Okay. So this is one relation. Now, so this is over. Now we will continue this one. Half lifetime and average lifetime. What is half lifetime of the substance, radioactive substance? What is average lifetime of the substance? So generally, if we seen that generally in geographic channels and geographic the scientists, so they will discover some fossils. You know what is fossils? So ancient elements, that is like you know that generally if you want to when you are digging some anything, any land, if you found any skull pits, okay, skull pits or stones or different ornaments, so they will go through one process and they will decide and which belong this element, that element belongs to which time, that is either it is 19th century or 18th century or 16th century or before Christ or after Christ. So they will decide. So how they will decide the age of rocks, or how they will decide the age of one skull pits or fossils? So based upon one factor, that is what, it's a radioactivity. So based upon carbon dating, so by taking of the carbon dating, they can easily find out the age of that what they find, fossils or any rocks and anything. So what is the formula, what is the phenomenon involved in this carbon dating? So that is radioactivity. So what I said, for example, this is one substance now. Okay, this is a radioactive substance. You know that what is radioactive substances? General normal elements, iron, wood, this will not produce more amount of radioactive substance. Heavy elements, that is which has a mass number greater than 138, mass number A value is greater than 138, so that element are unstable. During binding energy curve you come to know that one. So the binding energy is very less, so that is unstable. To get the stability, that element will lose some protons, electrons, some elements, okay, or they converted into one other element, so that we call nuclear fission. So in that case, so they will disintegrate their elements, okay, that is what we call as radiation, alpha, beta, gamma radiation. Okay, this element has some number of nucleus, n naught number of nucleus, n naught is equals 1000, let us assume it. So this element will not stable, every element is not stable. You will see wood also, if you take the wood, after few years that will decompose, no? So that in the same way, even iron also, any element will decompose in our universe. So this element will radiate some energy and it will lose some protons, electrons and neutrons with the time. But this element will lose the electron. For example, N naught, that is 1000 number of nucleus at present situation. After few years, so it will disintegrate its number of nucleus and the number of nucleus becomes half of its. Initially 1000, now it becomes what? 500. So initial 1000 nucleus to 500 nucleus. So half of the number of nucleus disintegrated. So in particular instead of time, the time is called half-life time. So half of the part is over, that is half-life time is over. Okay, in that way you can find that. So what is half-life time, what is our average lifetime, that we are going to discuss. Okay, so based upon this formula, just remember it. N is equals to N naught e power minus lambda t. Half-life time. So T off, generally we are indicating as T off. What is half-life time? What is half-life time? The half-life time is nothing but the number of nuclei or the time taken to disintegrate, okay, its nucleus, its initial number of nucleus to half of its value. Okay, initially N naught number of nucleus now. N naught number of nucleus at t is equals to 0 seconds. At t is equals to 0 seconds. N number of nucleus after t seconds. This t seconds may be nothing but it's maybe 1 year to 1000 years, 100 years, whatever it may be. N is what? Number of nucleus present after t seconds, of t number of times. Okay. Now, what is half-life time? The time taken to, for example, initial number of nucleus at t is equals to 0 seconds is n naught. Now, this n naught will becomes n naught divided by 2. That is half of the initial value. And here time we call as half-life time. Here we call as half-life time. So what is the definition of half-life time? The time taken by radioactive element or any substance to disintegrate its number of nucleus to half of its initial value. Half of its initial value. The time taken by the substance to disintegrate its number of nucleus to half of the initial value. Half of the initial value. This time is called half-life time. This half-life time is different for different substances. Okay. So remember it. So this is the definition of half-life time, and I am going to discuss derive the equation of half-life time. Okay, derive the equation of half-life time. So this is, remember it. Now, see here. N0 is what? Number of nucleus at t is equals to 0 seconds. N is what? Number of nucleus after t seconds. Okay. N0 by 2. N0 by 2. That is the number of nucleus present in the substance is half of the initial value. After what amount of time? T off. After T off amount of time. So these two we are going to discuss here. Okay. So generally we know that formula N0. Okay. So if you go through this, this also okay. Then otherwise, just wait one. Okay. N is equals to, we have found N is equals to N0 e power minus lambda t. How we derive this equation? How we derive this equation? So generally, I am deriving the simple way by using the law of decay. Okay, decay law. Now I am applying it. At t is equals to 0 seconds. At t is equals to n. Okay. After, this is what? Number of nucleus present after t amount of seconds, right? Now, the after t of seconds. After t of seconds. How many number of nucleus present in that nucleus? N0 divided by 2. See here, this is what general equation that represent the number of nucleus present after t amount of seconds, small t. But here I am saying that t is what? T of. So after t of seconds, how many number of nucleus present? N0 by 2. That means n is equals to N0 divided by 2. Then substitute. N0 divided by 2 is equals to, as usual, N0 e power minus lambda. Here lambda is what? Decay constant, which is fixed. It's dependent upon the element or substance. Next, what is T here? T off. Understand? So this is what general equation that represent the number of nucleus present in t amount of second. If t is equals to t off, t is equals to t off, then n becomes what? N0 by 2. Okay. So which is like this. Now we are using this. Now got it? I'll continue this. So here N0 and N0 get cancels. What we have? 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is equals to e power minus lambda into t off. Okay, e power some minus x. This is one fixed term, lambda into t off. E power minus x. So that is, we can write 1 by 2 into 1 by e power lambda t off. Is it okay? Because e power minus x, 10 power minus 1, how we can write 1 by 10? E power minus x, how we can write 1 by e power x? In the same way, here x nothing but lambda t off, lambda t off. So now compare it, numerators are same, then denominator also same, no? So then e lambda t off is equals to 2. E lambda t off is equals to 2. If you take exponential, you know that generally root x is equals to y. Root x is equals to y. Then x is equals to y or square, right? X is equals to. by squaring of like that. If root goes to other side, it becomes what? Square. Okay, if square goes that side, it becomes 1 by 2. Okay, cube goes the other side, 1 by 3rd. The same way, if exponential. Okay, exponential if it takes like, or applying log on both sides, log e. Okay, log on both sides, and it becomes what? Lambda t of is equals to log of base e into 2. Simple mathematics it is. By applying of log, so I will explain here how we can log of x into x to the power of 10 is there. What is the value? Sorry, log e power 10 is there. So by applying of log e on both sides, log e power lambda t of log e 2. So log, according to this log e, okay, of base e whole 10 is equals to answer 10. So this is simple logarithm formula. So by applying of log on both sides, or you take the exponential term that side, becomes log e, and lambda t of is equals to log 2. So what is the log 2 value? What is the log 2 value? Then lambda t of is equals to log 2 value 0.693. Sorry, you can't see now. Then okay. So this is remember it. Once again I am repeating. Just we'll continue. So what the formula? General formula: the number of nucleus present after t seconds. This is a formula. After half lifetime, t of lifetime. What is the number of nucleus present? N naught by 2. So if t is equal, substituting the t is equals to t of n becomes n naught by 2. So n naught by 2 is equals to n naught into e power something. Here n naught get cancelled. So you get 1 by 2 and e power of minus lambda t of. E power minus x is there, then 1 by e power x you can write. So that means e power 1 by e power lambda t of. Numerators are same. So then I am equating the denominator, that is what e power lambda t of is equals to 2. Okay. Then so no space, that's why I am writing. So t of is equals to log e2. Then lambda into t of is equals to log 2 base e value is 0.693. 0.693. So then the half lifetime of a given substance is equals to 0.693 divided by lambda. So this is a derivation of half lifetime of a radioactive substance. Radioactive substance. What do you know? So remember it. And not seen the board in correct way. Just there is a technical mistake. Just rotate your mobile, then you can see. I hope now it's okay. Okay. So half lifetime and derivation of half lifetime. Okay. This is. Now we'll go for average lifetime. Okay. Meanwhile, we should how the number of nucleus changes with respect to time. So there is a small amount of graph. Okay, just I will make a note of here. I'm seeing this. Here see, there is one graph. So very important. I'm giving the shortcut to find out the number of nucleus. On y-axis I have taken the number of nucleus. Initially, at t is equals to 0 seconds, the initial number of nucleus are n0. After first half cycle, okay, one half cycle is over. So after first half cycle, how many number of nucleus comes? n0 by 2. So after first half cycle, t of first half cycle, so the number of nucleus present here n0 by 2. Then now the number of nucleus are n0 by 2. Again after one more half cycle. So how many number of nucleus present? n0 by 2. In that again half. N naught divided by 4. Okay. Again after one more half cycle. So first half cycle, second half cycle and third half cycle. So now present is what? N naught by 4. After one more half cycle, how many number of nucleus comes? Initial and then again half. N naught by h. Remember it. You may, if you think about normal mathematics. Here N naught. After half cycle, half of the elements are over. After one more half cycle, remaining half of the number of nucleus over. If you think in that way, it's wrong now. Okay. So here the pattern is what? The number of nucleus. Okay, I will. So T. So here N naught is the initial number of nucleus and T is equal to 0. After first half cycle, one half cycle is over. The number of nucleus becomes what? N naught divided by 2. After one more half cycle, the number of nucleus are, now it's a present one. Again half of this one. That is N naught divided by 4. After third half cycle, again N naught by 4 in this half. N naught by h. So if you take the graph, so third half cycle like this. This graph will be like this. Exponentially decreasing. At t is equals to infinity time, the number of nucleus are 0. At t is equals to. So this is what this graph represented the change or disintegration of number of nucleus with respect to time. Exponentially decreasing graph, e power minus x graph it is. If graph is like this, okay, this curve. So increasing curve, that is exponentially positive curve, e power x. This is e power minus x. Okay. Now there is a one important formula. Remember it. How to find the half lifetime of a given substance. Okay, half lifetime I have to find. If you know there is a one formula. What is the half lifetime formula? T half is equals to 0.693 divided by lambda. This is one formula. But they are not yet given lambda value. Lambda value is not yet given. Then what we do? So decay constant not given, how to find? Okay, let's see. I want to find this half lifetime of this one. Okay, now present the number of nucleus here 1000. Number of nucleus are 1000 here. Okay, the number of nucleus present here is 1000. Now I am counting, so I am observing it. So it takes 1 year of time. 1 year of time to disintegrate number of nucleus to 500. Initially 1000 I said no. So I am counting the time. Okay, I am observing every time. So it takes the 1 year of time to disintegrate to half of the initial nucleus, 500. 1000 to 500. How much of time taken? 1 year. Okay, that we get. But every time finding it's very difficult. No? Okay. How many number of half cycles happened? How many number of half cycles happened? Okay, if it is okay. But how we can find? So there is a one shortcut formula, it's very important. N divided by N naught. N divided by N naught. What represents that N? Number of nucleus after t seconds of time. Okay. And N naught is what? Number of nucleus at present instant of time. Present instant of time. That is equals to 1 by 2 whole to the power of n. 1 by 2 whole to the power of n. Okay, here n is what? Number of half cycles. So very important formula, just remember it. N by n naught. N is what? Number of nucleus after t seconds of time or at present instant of time. Number of nucleus at present instant of time. N naught is what? Number of nucleus at previous instant of time. So 1 by 2 whole to the power of n. Here n represented that number of nucleus. So this is basic formula, and also we can represent A by A naught, M by M naught. A by A naught, M by M naught. So what is this A? A is called activity. You know that what is activity? Activity Remember that activity of given substance is nothing but lambda n. So radioactivity, how to find radioactivity? So this is the formula lambda n. Okay, that I will discuss now. A by A naught is what? Activity at present time by activity in previous time. Next, m by m naught. Same 1 by 2 to the power of n is equals to, we can represent as m by m naught. What is m here? Mass at present instant of time. M naught is what? Mass at previous instant of time. If possible, please note it down. Or you can take a screenshot. Please note it down, this one. Okay. So because in PU notes, in PU textbook, you will not see this. Okay. Only numerical we are applying directly. So make a note of it. Okay. So this is about half-lifetime. Now coming to activity. What is mean by activity? So that activities tells that generally how it is active. Active means what? How much of radioactive radiation that will liberate it. So more active means what? It will liberate more number of alpha, beta, gamma, that is radiation. Less active means what? Less number of alpha, beta, gamma, that is radiation. Okay. So less active or more active, how we can decide based upon this. That is, activity depends upon decay constant as well as number of nucleus present in this thing. Okay. I am taking two radioactive substances now. So one radioactive substance consists of 10,000 nucleus. One radioactive substance consists of 1,000 nucleus. 10,000, 1,000. So both are belongs to same element. Both are belongs to same element. So which is more active? Obviously, it goes for 10,000 element because the number of nucleus are same. So number of nucleus are more in the first case. Number of nucleus in the second case is 1,000. In the first case is 10,000. So more number of nucleus, more active. So how to measure the activity? Radioactivity. So there is a unit, remember it. So what is mean by activity? Disintegration per second. Generally SI unit are becquerel, BQ. Becquerel. So that is what? 1 disintegration is per second. 1 becquerel. So becquerel is the SI unit of radioactivity. 1 becquerel is equals to 1 disintegration per second. So there is a one more. Curie. Here. Madame Curie, you know that. So Curie also one more unit, okay, of radioactivity, but it's not SI unit now. SI unit is what? Only becquerel. So what is 1 Curie? So the 1 Curie represents 3.7 into 10 to the power of 10 becquerels. 3.7 into 10 to the power of 10 becquerels. So that is Curie. So these are the units, and Rutherford also we can use it. So that is order of 10 to the power of 11. So 9 into some 10 to the power of 11 order it is. So not required. So becquerel and Curie, just remember it. Okay, these are unit of SI unit of the radioactivity. Now, there is one more formula I am going to discuss, then I will go for average lifetime. So this is one important formula to find out the number of half cycles happened. Then, what is here? I said number of half cycles. So, N formula, the number of half cycles formula, total lifetime divided by half lifetime. So remember, N is equals to capital T divided by T of. Capital T divided by T of. So this is the another formula to find out the number of half lifetimes that substance can do. Okay, and N. So these two formulas are very important to find out the half lifetime or to find out the total lifetime of a given substance, radioactive substance. Clear? So this is about half lifetime and some of a radioactive substance, then we'll go for mean lifetime or average lifetime. Okay. So now coming to what is mean by average. When you are finding average, so average term we are using to, for example, in your marks, okay, we have 6 subjects. So 6 different subjects, different phenomena, different question papers, but you will not get the same marks in that. So different marks you are getting. So then you will go through the average, aggregate or average. So what you are doing, adding of all quantities divided with number of quantities. Here also same. Okay. But here some simply different concept here, because when you are going for marks or any substance, that substance are fixed one. If for example marks, English, Kannada, PCMP marks are fixed, they are not, the marks will never change. Okay. In that case, average we can easily find. Average. But coming to these radioactive substances, what happens? This I'm taking one radioactive substance, but by changing of time, the number of nucleus are changes, right? It's not fixed. By changing of time, the number of nucleus are changing. In that case, how to find average lifetime? If his lifetime is fixed, okay, we can easily find the average. Okay, for example, how we can find the average lifetime of human? They will go for one survey. They will take one area. So different age group persons. So 5 to 10 years, 10 to 20 years, 20 to something, 30 like that. In different slot, they will choose the 10 members. They will calculate their life. So then they can easily find the average lifetime. Okay. So how many members of the choose? What is the average value of each person life? Okay, so they can calculate that way. Here also, average or mean lifetime. Mean lifetime indicated with tau. It's just like a symbol T, but we call tau. Okay, you can represent with any letter, but average or mean lifetime. So what is mean lifetime or average lifetime? Total lifetime of substance or number of nucleus. The total lifetime of number of nucleus divided by number of nuclei. So this is general basic formula. The total lifetime of number of nucleus. How many number of nucleus? The number of nucleus are not fixed. For example, 1000 nucleus are there. So the total lifetime of 1000 nucleus by 1000. That we can find. But these 1000 nucleus are not fixed because this is a radioactive element which will continuously emits the alpha, beta, gamma radiation. So because of that, the number of nucleus present in the substances changes with respect to time. So this is not fixed. So if it is not fixed, how to find? Okay. So there is one substance now. So there is a number of nucleus in this. Okay. Let us assume Dn is what? Change in number of nucleus. Dn is a change in number of nucleus. Okay. So in particular instant of time, so there is a Dn number of nucleus are changing or decreasing. Initially 1000. After 1 second, 998, 2 nucleus are gone. That is, this Dn represents 2. So in 1 second, how much of variations happened? 2 nucleus are gone. That is, variation is Dn is equals to. That is, Dn is what? Change in number of nucleus. And the lifetime. Okay. So in that case, the lifetime of that only the change in number of nucleus. Only 2 nucleus are gone, right? What is the lifetime of it? 1 second I said, no? So 1 into 2 Dn. The same way, Dn is what? Change in number of nucleus. So T is what? Time. In T seconds of time, there is a Dn number of nucleus are disintegrated. So that is lifetime of this much is what? T seconds, right? T into Dn. Okay, if it's one number of nucleus, one nucleus gone for 1 second. So what is the lifetime? 1. In 1 second, 2 number of nucleus are gone. What is the total lifetime? 1 plus 1, 2, right? How we can find 1 into 2? In 1 second, 3 number of nucleus are gone. 1 into 3, 3 seconds. So this is the total lifetime. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Understand? So in 1 second, 1 nucleus gone. Total lifetime of nucleus is number of nucleus is 1. In 1 second, 2 nucleus are gone. So 1 into in 1 second, how many nucleus? 2. 1 second, 1 second, 2 seconds is the total lifetime. 3 nucleus are gone. 1, 2, 3. So 3 seconds. 4, 5, like 100 nucleus gone for 1 second or in T seconds. 100 into T. So that is the total lifetime. So this of the disintegrated. So based on that, so this is remember the Dn is what? Change in number of nucleus T. How to write? Here T into Dn. T into Dn that represents the number of nucleus, the lifetime of the number of nucleus of Dn, only Dn. If you take that integration, so this integration term I said, no, I given best example, water in a bucket. If you pour the water in a bucket, the quantity of water is increasing. That is called integration. So T into Dn represents the total lifetime of only Dn nucleus, small Dn nucleus. If you take integration, this is what total lifetime of all number of nucleus present in this thing. And the number of nucleus are from limits 0 to n0. n0 is maximum, 0 is minimum. So this is the representation of total lifetime of number of nuclei. This is a formula. See, Dn is what? Only change in number of nucleus. T is what? Time. T into Dn is what? The lifetime of Dn number of nucleus. Only Dn number. But I want Dn is something. This is a Dn value. But I want the total lifetime of nucleus. No? So how to take integration? The integration that represents integrating, that adding every quantity. So like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. It will adding. So what is the minimum? 0. What is the maximum? n0. Last, after infinity time, 0 seconds. Initial time, n0 number of nucleus. This is what the total lifetime of number of nucleus. Remember it. Now I will apply this in a formula. Clear? T into Dn represents what? Total number of nucleus. So according to definition of average lifetime or mean lifetime, the total lifetime of number of nucleus divided by number of nucleus. Here 0 to n0. According to now the equation becomes like this. So integration of T into Dn. Integration of T into Dn that represents the total lifetime of a number of nucleus present in a substance by number of nucleus. But we know one term, dN by dt is equals to minus lambda t according to decay constant. Okay, decay, radioactive decay law. dN by dt is equals to. What is dN represent here? Take minus lambda into, lambda n. dN by dt is equals minus lambda n, that is radioactivity law. So dN is equals minus into n into dt. So this is a formula of dN. Okay, but n is equals to what? n naught into e power minus lambda t, right? N is equals to n naught into e power minus lambda t. This is also one. So substitute n value in this equation and substitute dN in this equation. Then how this equation will become? Integration from 0 to n naught, small t. What is dN represent? Minus lambda into n. what is n value here? N naught e power minus lambda t. N naught e power lambda t into dt divided by total divided with n naught. I am converting. I am taking the dn value from the radioactive decay law and n value from equation, that is n is equals to n naught e power minus lambda t. So by substituting that, then what we get? N get cancelled. Okay, here the function in change in number of nucleus. Now here function in change in time. So then limits also changes. So zero number of nucleus present after how much of time? Infinity number of time. N naught number of nucleus present at after how much of time? Initial t is equal 0. So here 0 to the number of nucleus present. 0. How much of time it will take? Infinity number of time. After infinity number of time, the number of nucleus present in the radioactive substance is 0. So initial case n naught. So then now the equation has become like this. Got it now? Just make a note of it. How we change this. If you refer the textbook also, you will get it. But giving the clarity how the equation we are taking, how that equation is converting to like that. Okay. So this is the two equation we are using in that case. Now how it becomes? N naught and n it cancels now. So t is equals naught becomes what? Integration from infinity to 0. So here lambda and this in t into dt. T into e power of minus lambda t. If you take the lambda outside, because lambda is constant, take outside, there is minus lambda outside into dt. Okay, now this average. Now there is a one formula. So in integration, so the integration concept is not yet, it will comes in second to you. But remember that meanwhile I will give the equation x into e power ax into dx. Remember this formula, ma? So in integration it will come, okay, x into e power, so again, okay, infinity to 0, okay, and this equation will comes as minus 1 by a. So because there is a UV method, in derivation you have UV principle. UV, okay, in the same way in integration also we have UV concept. So by substituting of that one you will get answer as a minus 1 by a. Here a is equals to what? Sorry, 1 by a, not minus. So 1 by a. So here a is what here? It comes to lambda. So by solving of everything, okay, sorry, 1 by a square will comes. 1 by a square will comes. Okay, that's a short method. By substituting of this, you will get the average life. Okay, average life tau is equals to 1 by lambda. Okay, this derivation is not required for examination, but if you want to know the derivation, probably you will not understand now. Why? Because integration chapter is not, calculus part is not happen in mathematics. So compulsory basic formulas you should know to understand this. So meanwhile you should remember it from 1 by a square. So by substituting of that one you will get the T of is equals to 1 by lambda. So T is equals to average lifetime of any radioactive substance, tau is equals to 1 by r reciprocal of radioactivity or decay constant 1 by lambda. Clear? So this is about mean lifetime and average lifetime.